Welcome to Verse Inspirations with Mazino Abraham. This is volume 34, and we trust that you will be greatly blessed and inspired for the next few minutes.
Let's begin today with Judges chapter 2, verse 10. Eventually that entire generation died and was buried. Then another generation grew up that did not know anything of God or the work he had done for Israel. This is one of the most sobering verses in the entire Bible. It reminds us that every generation dies and another rises in its place. One day, everyone walking the earth right now, you, me, presidents, celebrities, businessmen, preachers, our friends, our critics, will die and step into eternity forever. Psalm chapter 90 verse 10 says, "Our days may come to 70 years or 80, if our strength endures, for they quickly pass, and we fly away." And verse 12 adds, "Teach us to number our days, that we may gain a heart of wisdom." Just think about it. 150 years ago, the people who laughed, cried, loved, betrayed, worshipped, sang, dreamed, and walked on the very soil under your feet are all gone. Every one of them. And today, they are either in heaven or in hell, forever. Death is painful, especially for those left behind. When someone we deeply love dies, the grief can feel unbearable. We cry, we ache, we feel lost, and sometimes the world seems to stop. But eventually, slowly, painfully, life moves on. Not because the love disappeared, but because life on earth never pauses forever. Responsibilities return, bills come, children need care, work demands attention, and the living must continue living. This reality should make us pause and ask, if life continues after I die, then what kind of person should I be while I live? What will remain of me the day after I am gone? Take a moment right now. Imagine the exact day after your death. What would your home look like? What would your children or loved ones be doing? How long would they grieve? What would they say about you? It is not difficult to guess, because you have lived it before when someone you loved died. Eventually, people cry, then heal. They mourn, then continue. They remember, then move on. And what remains of you on earth is simply the emotions your memory produces, the impact you left behind, and the legacy you built, whether for Christ or for vanity. This is where the Bible story becomes powerful. Think of King Hezekiah in 2 Kings chapter 20. God told him, "Set your house in order, you will die." In that moment, he realized that to all his victories, wealth, achievements, none of them could add a single day to his life. He turned his face to the wall, prayed, repented, and sought God. Why? Because in the face of death, only what is eternal matters. Hezekiah's story reminds us that every man must eventually face eternity. And only a life aligned with God has value beyond the grave. Now consider a metaphor to capture this truth. Life is like a sandcastle built on a beach. You can shape it, decorate it, admire it, pour your creativity into it. But when the tide rises, and it always rises, the waves erase everything except the imprint of your feet in the sand. The castle disappears, but the footprints remain for a moment longer. Your wealth, possessions, achievements, that is the sandcastle. Your character, love, righteousness, and Christlike impact, those are your footprints. Sandcastles fade. Footprints matter. But eternity remembers everything. This brings us to the two lessons your message highlights, the lesser and the greater. The lesser lesson is this: because life is short, cherish the present. Develop a gracious, loving, Christ-like character. Depositing joy in others is the only way your memory will be sweet. Leave behind kindness, encouragement, honesty, compassion, and love. These are the things that make people smile when they think of you after you are gone. But the greater lesson is this: even if your earthly legacy is magnificent, it means nothing if your soul is lost. No number of tributes will comfort someone suffering in hell. No earthly achievements can impress God if your heart rejected His Son. No worldly success can substitute for eternal salvation. You must be rich toward God. You must live for eternity, not for applause. You must store treasures in heaven, not in dust. Because as surely as night follows day, eternity will follow time, and your soul must live forever in one of two places. And so I urge you, as one who loves you, live now, but live for Christ. Enjoy your relationships, but anchor them in eternity. Leave memories, but leave righteousness too. Bless people, but live surrendered to Jesus. Because life is short, but eternity is long. Life fades, but judgment stands. Life ends, but destiny begins. Life passes, but your soul remains forever. Surrender your life to Christ today. Set your house in order spiritually. Prioritize relationships that draw you closer to God. Release bitterness, pride, and vanity. Invest in the souls of others. That legacy never dies. Live every day conscious of eternity. If this message blessed you, please share it with someone who needs this reminder today. And I welcome your heartfelt feedback. It helps me continue to serve you better.
Thank you for tuning in to this episode of Verse Inspirations. Our mission is clear: to fuel your faith and empower you to stand strong in the Lord, to live victoriously. Join us next time as we continue to build unshakable faith and achieve unstoppable victories in Christ. If you're hungry for more, we invite you to explore these free resources from Mazino Abraham, available in e-copy, hard copy, and audiobook formats. If you want to understand God's power through the mystery of the cross, get There is a Striving, a divine unveiling of worship, wisdom, and resurrection glory. If you want to wake up from spiritual slumber and fight for what darkness has stolen, get Snare of Sleep, a prophetic cry for revival, reformation, and restoration. If you're longing to walk closely with Jesus, get Chasing Christ Book 1, a bold call to authentic discipleship in a world of religious deception. If you desire unshakable faith to face life's fiercest storms, get Faith for Life's Battles, a spiritual arsenal for commanding miracles and conquering fear. All 4 books are available now at mazinoabraham.com/books. Until next time, may your faith remain unshakable and your heart steadfast in Christ.